Hey everybody, and welcome back to Happy Room. We're at 86 out of 120, and we're now to the killing part. So I'm just gonna have this running through here. Basically, the way I actually have no idea how we're supposed to do this. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that. All right, so we got the activate 8 black holes in 2 seconds, and we've got 8,000 damage to a frozen dummy. We're gonna revisit the black hole thing. I need to test this. If I can line up a rocket literally right between these two, the question is, can I make it work? It's not what I was going for. Let's instead make it this way. Okay, so can I get 8 of these in here and get a rocket between them? Maybe. I have an idea. Rocket. Right, isn't explosives. Actually, this is better. Nice, I got it. I thought that might work, but I wasn't sure. Not even close to dead. Alright, so 8,000 damage to a frozen dummy. So it sounds to me like we just need ice guns kinda everywhere. Clearly we need to do some upgrades. And no, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just feel like this might work. And we will continue to fill the rest of the area with oh, that was easy. We might even get a kill with this. Not quite. Alright, so now we've just got kill. We literally just have kill. So we've got miniguns and rockets as the first thing we're supposed to use here. Well, sorry, they're among the subset of things that are first on the list. So I imagine if we actually manage to space these out good enough. Not here, though. I figure if this is all we have, and we can deal enough damage, we will kill the dummy with it. That's my logic. I'm also going to... There's some anti-gravity here. I guess we do have big rocket. And we've got some money left, so... I'll have these go across the way. Mini big rocket, small rocket, and axe. So... Basically, this way, if the dummy dies... It will die... I'll see, I thought this might happen. Okay, I thought this might happen. And that means we need ways to get it out of these corners. Listen, I thought it might happen, I wasn't sure. Just gonna continue to try and get as much stuff in here as we can. I'm pretty sure there's enough damage in here to make this all happen. Oh, not quite. Okay, we got really close to enough damage though. So this didn't quite work. Which has me thinking... Portal? That might do it. It also seems like these two rockets aren't actually helping all that much. So instead of having more of those, I'm actually going to throw in some zero gravity, which will hopefully make it just bounce around a little bit more. And I don't think axes are cheap enough. Yeah, axes are freaking expensive. So we'll just do this. Yeah, the problem is that if the flipper ever gets activated, there's so many missiles following it. Okay, so maybe the answer here isn't... It's just 2 teleports. And by doing that... like, the momentum through 1 will work in terms of causing everything to go the way that we desire. If that makes any sense. So, like... this is not what was intended. Okay. So this kind of works. I mean, in some bizarre fashion, it works. Okay, this is just a little sad now, guys. I'm appreciating these just swinging and watching. Dang it. Alright, so all of this isn't getting used. This is actually really frustrating. This looks silly, but I think it's actually a reasonable plan. Because it'll throw them back up here. Which might just be what we need. It's a way that can't get trumped. Nothing else is stronger. Well, unless a body part gets, like, stuck on there or something. Okay, this isn't working at all. Okay, no. Just getting stuck in the corner. How do we prevent the stuck in a corner problem? Because it's really stupid. There's no good way to do it. There's no way to get it out of the corner once it's in the corner, especially with missiles. So maybe we need to ignore missiles. And just go for miniguns. I have a feeling this is still going to backfire terribly, by the way. This is just a lot of miniguns. And miniguns provide a decent bit of push. Which just makes me think that there's no way that it works, because gravity, once again, will just keep pulling this stupid dummy all the way back down to Earth. Which is why I'm going to continue to use... Maybe we just need gravity beams. Because the zero gravities seem to be a good idea. But they don't seem to work out that great. Like, this is going to just take time. And I don't think that the zero gravity is going to last that well. There was an achievement to make it fly for, like, what, 20 seconds? Yeah, see, so those miniguns are done, which means the miniguns above are going to win. And the second all the miniguns on the bottom are out, we're done. Yeah, let's just clear everything. So, what if we do the other probably stupid thing and just line this place with missile launchers? I don't know how much damage there is. Like, I feel like there is an answer here to, like, constantly dealing damage or getting him to constantly move around that isn't horrible. Just mashing click here and moving slowly. See, I feel like there's enough bouncing around here that this will work. I don't remember if I upgraded the missile. Oh yeah, I have upgraded the missile launchers. Ooh, yeah, see, now he's stuck in the corner. Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're so close. It's not even funny. This might just work. gives them a little bit more hang time, which might just be enough to get all the ones, because if we utilize more of the rocket launchers on the top, I think we'll be good. Oh, come on! This stuck in a corner problem is really obnoxious. Maybe with missile launchers it would work. The portal solution. This might just be magical because of the amount of knockback on the missiles. They kind of seemed to work before. Okay, we've utilized all the ones up there. Oh, come on! Game, you're just pissing me off right now. There we go. Just gonna put it at 2 times speed. Interesting. We weren't even close. How expensive are the portals? 150 bucks? That's not even close. Oops. This game does not particularly play well. I mean, I just wonder why we get so close here. There's something about, like, I'm seeing supers, and I just don't know if that's, like, damage in a limited amount of time. But, like, look at how much we have left here, and we topped what we got to before. Let's just put more stuff in the corners, and hopefully that will prevent... I'm just hoping that will prevent it from getting stuck in a corner. Maybe just packing them really densely is the answer. Or maybe not having ones on the ceiling there is the answer. Instead, having them more up here. Here, let's more densely pack these. So, this episode is, more than halfway done. And I can only presume that the remaining things that we have to do is to just kill the dummy with more stuff. And I can honestly say I'm not really having fun with this. This is just frustrating. Before, those challenges were like a little silly, but nothing crazy, right? And it looks like the corner is just fucking inevitable. This is like this right here is really frustrating. This is stupid. And everything I've tried to prevent this has failed. I'm not finding it fun. That to me is a problem. So I think this is... I have a feeling this is the last episode of Happy Room. I'm pretty sure nobody was really watching this series. I mean, if you were, feel free to give it a shout out. If you really, really, really want me to keep going, and you say so in the comments, perhaps I'll be persuaded. But this was a game that I kind of picked up to fill some time, because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do next. And it served its purpose. It was entertaining for a couple of weeks. But at the same time, I think it's run its course. I might actually get the kill this time. Maybe? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously? This is as nestled into the corner as I can get it. Like, as nestled into the corner as I can get it. Put a mine on the bottom to help pop it up. Jeez. As I said, this, while entertaining, I think has finally worn out its welcome. Dang, that set off the mine there. Maybe I just need to front load a crap ton of damage. I'm gonna still try for this one. But these aren't getting used well enough. Wow. That's a 1 pixel error. But yeah, I think the game's kind of worn out its welcome. It was very reminiscent of some of the old games that I've played in the past, and I liked that. But I think we're good. Like, I think that's where it's gotten to. Is I think we're good. Just trying to front load damage. Basically, with that, we got to front load 2,000 damage. I don't know if that was useful or not, but... No, it seems as though it was not. And this doesn't seem like it was working either. As I said, this is where it ends up being a little silly, if you ask me. Because I don't know the best way to deal with this. I'm not gonna lie, mines feel pretty accurate. And I'm just gonna mash like nobody's business here to try and get as many mines packed in here as I can. Just see how much damage we can do with just mines. Because maybe this is the secret. Maybe the secret is just to beat the ever-rolling crap out of it with mines and hope that whatever you're using gets the killing blow. Because if that's the case, it's stupid, but so be it. Okay, I'll go a little bit slower through here. I feel like there's a combo score here. I also don't entirely know what qualifies as killing. Oh my gosh. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. I don't think... We could have gotten it. It's hard to say. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so... Oh gosh, fine. I need to... Oh, whoops. You can go right there. To get it into the corner is not easy. Wow, they actually got it off of the rocket, which I think cost us a bunch of damage. And it's taking a ton of damage here. We still got one rocket left, or one big rocket left. See, we didn't even come close there, and I don't know why. The amount of damage we're seeing is very inconsistent. And it's a little troubling, to be honest. And still stuck in the corner. Alright, I think I'm ready to wrap this one up. The other challenges actually seemed interesting and fun. This is basically deal as much damage as you possibly can to this thing and hope, beyond hope, that it works. Like, that's how I'm reading this situation. Because dealing a bunch of damage to this thing is not easy consistently. Like, you can do it, but... No, I don't know what... I've got an idea, but I don't think it's a good one. No, not a black hole. I don't think it'll ever hit those death rays, but... Oh yeah, totally does. Well, it did. Once. I mean, that kind of worked. Just not in the way that I was hoping. Alright, well, Firality is what we got. And it was not one of these because it was that. So this is when I just hit play and put it at ×2. And we just sit here and hope that it's not deterministic. Because I don't think it is. I think there's a little bit of random stuff that works here. Or at work here. Like this time we didn't even get it. I think this basically right here summarizes my entire feeling about this. Ah, we got it with a small rocket. We just happened to get lucky here. So now we don't need these. You're about to understand why I consider this to be really dumb, because I consider it to be really dumb. Mine is now the answer. Yep. And clearly you can understand where my logic is going here. Because if they're gonna be pushed along this path, we might as well put as many mines as we can here, and it's still gonna be a crapshoot. It did a good bit of damage, but... Yep. And this is a good little system. I don't even know. We've just been getting achievements for things. I mean, clearly these are a great source of damage. The question is it really just a sit and wait sort of thing and do it enough times that there are enough mines left over? That was just unfortunate. I don't even know what happened there. Wow, that was pathetic. So yeah, this is basically why I don't want to do this, because we've shown that we have a slightly successful way of doing this, and yet it doesn't work. I don't even know where it is. I don't know what is considered to be the torso at this point. I think it might be that. That looks like the head to me. Oh, darn it. Apparently hitting the scroll wheel makes it go a little wonky, too. But yeah, so this is basically going to be my sign-off for this game. It's fun. It's definitely a little cathartic. But when it comes to completing certain challenges, some are a lot more challenging than I think they need to be. Just in that it doesn't... Like, I'm not gaining anything from trying to do this end stuff. The end stuff is definitely the worst stuff. Like, I don't see a reason why you would ever want to do these kills, because what are you gonna, like... I'm trying to say this eloquently and also in a way that isn't biased, because clearly I'm a little salty about how challenging these are, but the problem for me is that the challenge is not in what they want you to do, because it's like the problem that people have with last hitting in MOBAs. Do I even have... Oopsie. Do I even have mines upgraded? Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think that actually helps, by the way. Yeah, let's put them on the... Yeah. Places where they're never going to get. So the hope here is that we exude all the damage out of these, because we're trying to kill this with something that doesn't deal enough damage by itself. So we're using other stuff and hoping, beyond hope, that it works. And it very well could. Dang it. See, like, we were close. We were really close. In fact, I actually think those mines on the wall cost us. So it's like, now all I think is that... Oh, a good bit of damage. The way that we're going to end up doing this is just trying to get our dummy knocked into the laser beams here, because they do a lot of damage. Or if we're just going... Yeah, or, see, we just have to sit here and... I didn't put it to 2 times. Like, we just have to sit here with this exact same setup and hope that it works, because sometimes we get this, and sometimes we get other stuff. Like, it's different. And don't get me wrong, I think that it's positive that this isn't perfect. It's not exactly the same sim every single time. Like, I think that's good. I think his torso got pushed through a wall. I'm gonna be honest here, because I can't follow it at that speed. But yeah, this is basically the summary of these last, what I presume are the last 30 some odd achievements for the game, are that you have to do this. And I will admit that I have, from time to time... See, and we actually used everything up here, and yet we didn't really take that much damage. It is rather odd. Oops. I have looked at the Steam Workshop because it's, you know, on the homepage when you're opening the damn thing. And... Ah, dang it. And there are, like, pre-designed things, like, get this kill with this thing. Here, I can even... Can we go to... I mean, yeah, like, there are guides, right? Like, get the fatality. Yeah. So there are ways in which you can use this to get the fatalities. Like, somebody basically had to design some really crazy crap. Oh no, I don't have the Steam overlay captured on this. I'm so sorry, guys. I was just talking when there was nothing that you could see. And now the game's being weird. So basically, if you look at the community tab or anything like that, there are guides, discussions on how to set things up in such a way that you can get all the fatalities. And to me, using those resources to figure those out, if you really want the achievements, go for it. I do not judge. But for me, it's not fun to look at how to do it, exactly how to set it up, to go set it up, and then watch the achievement come in. That's not fun to me. I want to figure it out. But at the same time, you're looking at reward versus effort. And as I said, if it was something a little bit more interesting than just quote-unquote getting the kill, maybe I'd be more drawn to it. But because of the way this is, the nature of the fact that I can't just use one thing to do it, because oh no, you're stuck in a corner, oh no, you're stuck here, you're stuck there. Like, you know, what happens? Like, sure, the mines aren't probably the best thing to choose here. But if I'm going to sit here with, like, you know, a black hole, which I can't afford. Right? Like, we put a black hole here and maybe a bunch of missiles or something. Like, how much damage is a single black hole going to do? Maybe a good bit. I don't actually know. I honestly have no idea. Well, my setup here is not particularly great, mind you, for, like, anything, so... But, like, clearly, the black hole does more damage, at least cost-wise, than the mines probably do. Okay, this is just gonna bug me. In the current setup, we want them to be... Like, there are just certain items that give you much more bang for your buck type thing. So why would you use anything else? And now we end up in this position where gravity is a problem. So, yeah. I think this is going to be it for this game, for Happy Room. It was fun. I think it's definitely got a lot of entertainment value in it, but I think the end game is not particularly rewarding or interesting. Everything up to this point was fun. It was great. Just, you know, not quite enough to keep me... I don't have a drive to reach the end and say I've done everything, because I don't quite care. And I know that sounds a bit silly. Oh wow, there's a load room feature. So yeah, I definitely saw downloads to just get everything. In fact, I could, you know what? Let's go do that. Unfortunately, you guys can't see this. But okay, you can. Uh-huh. Interesting. Sure, I'm gonna subscribe to this workshop thing. I don't even know how we do this, but sure. This says every fatality to read description for requirements. So it gets really fickle about what you do. So okay, so I've downloaded this. I don't even know how we make this work. Doing this live is not a good idea, by the way. Wow. Rocketality to the moon, Buzzsaw Park, left record. How to get every fatality. Let's look at this one. This little room allows you to get every fatality in the game. The left side of the room processes the dummy to about 15,700 damage, and the big rocket acts as a single way to teleport the transfer dummy into the saw chamber on the right side of the room. You can do whatever you want in the chamber to do the final kill. So fantastic. So supposedly these all downloaded. Gosh darn it. It's really fickle about things. So I think we're gonna have to close the main game. Desert. I don't even know. Oh, this is sandbox mode. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a desire for sandbox mode. Alright, so stuff isn't showing up in the cloud or local, so it doesn't really quite matter to me if we manage to get this or not. But so there's stuff on the workshop that lets you get it. And as I read the one description, right, like, you know, get it as far as you want. Okay, so the desert is how far you can get at the sandbox, is how much damage. Yeah, everything's upgraded. So yeah. Game, you really need to stop freaking out. Yeah, that cursor is just weird. So yeah, this is literally just counting your damage. Can you get to the max amount of damage? Oh, and you have infinite money. Oh lord, you have infinite money. This is not a good place to be. So yeah, as I said, I don't know why we can't get the ones from the workshop. I'm not particularly heartbroken that we can't do it. I do recommend this game if you want to blow off some steam, beat up a dummy, have a little bit of a challenge, but I don't see it as a game that's going to hold you all the way to the end of its content without dipping into the workshop. Maybe next week we'll have an episode where I show all the fatalities or something using the workshop things. I haven't decided yet. As I said, it's kind of an effort thing. It's not going to be something that's particularly fun to me, but it would be like a finishing of the content, which is something that I do like to do with the games that I play. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time, but until then, keep your gears turning.